Hello there, let's go ahead and see what message Spirit has for you today. For the wonderful soul watching right now, what do they need to know? Ooh, we have letting go. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. So you might be needing to let go of something today. Got a very similar message a couple days ago with just needing to move on because for your own mental health, your own happiness. Six of Swords energy is just moving on, letting go. Doesn't mean you can't revisit it at another time, but as far as right now, energetically speaking, you are being asked to just let it go, move on, and see where the river takes you. It's very powerful. So what else do we have coming in today for this wonderful soul watching right now? Oh, they are just flopping, almost like fish jumping out of the river. Did you guys see that? I hope you saw that. So cool. And we have here Oceana. Take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. That is what you're doing. You are lovingly asserting yourself today by taking action, and that could be like removing your grip on something, allowing it to flow and let it go. As a result of you letting go of this burden, look, she's ascending to the top of the water so she can breathe again. It's a very powerful, potent thing you are doing today. Even if it feels very subtle, it's really going to help shift your energy to put you in alignment with the truth of what matters to you, which is funny because this really resonates with yesterday's daily reading I just filmed. So cool. And then we have Rosetta. You have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children, which is so important. Yes, we really do underestimate the power of a great parent. You know, a lot of us had great parents and others of us did not have great parents. So sometimes we might even be, wondering, how our parenting skills are, if we are doing the right thing. But you have that gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. So even if you don't have children, you don't teach children, there's something about children that are a very important part of your path on this planet. Some of you might even be letting go. I'm seeing someone, just one person watching, letting go of the idea of having more children or having a child at all. But as you let go, you can ascend to what is meant for you. If that child is meant for you, it will come for you. It will come to you. There's nothing that could keep it away. It's just a lot of times as humans and biological clocks ticking, we think we need everything to happen in a specific amount of time. Right now is the time, or it's just never going to happen. And that baby example, or just, for anything in life. But there's this element of like a divine timing at play here. And you might feel like your biological clock is ticking for your career or a relationship, or again, going back to the example of having a baby. It's not. It's never too late. Of course, yes, we never know when our time here is done, but if there's something that's on your heart and you have not accomplished it yet, or become it yet, or done it yet, whatever it is, you still have time, but you might need to let go of that death grip you have on this thing to allow it to flow more, to allow the energy to flow in. The fact that you have a desire for this thing means there is a soul calling there. So some of you might want to, press pause or come back to this and journal about what you think this might mean for you. I think what we're gonna do, let's get the charms out. Shed a little more light on the situation for the wonderful soul watching today. Let's go ahead and get some charms. Wow, some charms. That's a lot of charms. We're here for it though, right? Get cozy. Here we go. Wow, so you have a little heart with an arrow pointing down. So it's like your heart wants to ground something. Yes, you're ascending energetically, but you need to ground something, or you're being called to ground something into the more material world. You also have a feather, which really resonates with lightening your load, letting it flow, and a leaf. A single leaf that is not attached to anything, just floating on the breeze. The tree has let that leaf go. It has, quote unquote, released it, but we're not using that word anymore. I'm sure those of you that have heard that word from me many times now know why. If not, I'll just say, I feel like a broken record, but I will just say that when we release something, means to do something again, and lease means to sign a contract. Well, if I'm trying to, quote unquote, release something, I don't want to sign another contract on it again. No, I'm wanting to be done with it. I'm wanting to let it go. Of course, my higher self might have other ideas and bring it back around once again. But wow, 2 leaves. I'm just now seeing 2 leaves here and a feather. So this is about lightening your load. Maybe some of you are purging or decluttering, or, you know, just letting go of some toxicity in your life, a bad habit. And again, all these things don't have to happen in one day, but energetically, you're really tuned in to at least getting clarity today on a situation or something you need to figure out about letting go. Then we have the butterfly. This is going to help transform your beautiful, loving energy. And, you know, butterflies are pretty self-explanatory for most people as a universal symbol for transformation and change. But sometimes we got to let go of that old version of ourselves, that caterpillar, to then step into the chrysalis. And then we have to let go of the comfort of the chrysalis and be really uncomfortable getting out of that chrysalis, be able to let our wings dry, and then we can fly. And then the last little charm we have here is my grandmother's earring, and there's like little blue forget-me-nots on here. But what I was seeing with this, specifically with the letting go card, my grandma, I don't think she had the best transition. She was in the hospital, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, 6, maybe 5 days before her death. They didn't feed her. They didn't give her medication. They might have given her medication to help her sleep and that, but not her, like, medication she had like 3 different infections going on in her body. She had cancer. She had all sorts of stuff going on. But she just basically withered away, just like a leaf on the breeze. It was very sad to see her just so out of it and disoriented because of the medication. And just, she would say, "Get me a fork." She was very hungry. She was so thirsty. And I felt so bad for her. But I've had to kind of work through some of those feelings because I know now that she's let go. She's been let go of her contract here and ascended to something, you know, where she came from, you know, beyond the veil. It's much better for her. So some of you might have had to let go of a loved one. Maybe someone actually had to let go of a child, you know, a miscarriage or a stillbirth or a loss of a child, which I had 3 miscarriages myself. I just can't even imagine losing a child that you held in your arms and was breathing and alive, and you knew that child, and then that child passed away. Or those of you that lost a love or a family member or even a pet. I mean, even as a fish, that could be sad, you know. So today is a day for allowing these emotions to flow through you. If you are having some heavier emotions, allow them to flow, because you are really allowing this to move through you so that you can let go of a lot of past baggage, so you can move and ascend to something better. That does not mean that you're letting go of this loved one means you have to leave behind the good memories. No, that is what you take with you. You can leave behind all this sadness and grief. Of course, process through it first. Again, it's not a one-day thing. And many people, they just almost get used to wearing that coat of grief rather than somehow figuring it all out, you know. But it's going to be a different road for everyone watching. But that is your message today. I didn't realize it was going to take a turn like that, but I think, you know, life has got its ups and its downs, its ebbs and its flows. So you guys really are working through something today. Even if it's just on a subconscious level and you're not really thinking about anyone that's passed, this could be opportunities that have passed you by, or you felt you've passed you by, or, you know, the loss of a job, you know, anything like that. You could take this as it resonates. But that is your message for today. I hope it resonated. Please feel free to let me know below what you thought, and I love to hear from you guys, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!